Okay, this is an example where algebra is used in solving trigonometric problems, all right? They say you've got a diagonal table in the shape of a rectangle PQRS where it's got the side length of 2x plus 12 and x is the breadth and the length of the diagonal is 2x plus 18. You must find the value of x. All right, number one, people, we've got a 90-degree angle, so we are starting by identifying our hypotenuse. All right, then this x is also the same as this x, isn't it? So immediately when we look at that, we are working with the three sides. And remember, when we work with three sides, we work with Pythagoras. If one of the acute angles is involved, then we are working with a trigonometric ratio sin, cos, and tan. But in this case, once again, we are working with side lengths only, so we are going to use Pythagoras. All right, now remember, after having identified the hypotenuse in Pythagoras, we just call the shorter sides S. All right, so start by writing your formula. H square equals S square plus S square. Remember, I taught you we are saying Pythagoras is H square equals S square plus S square. We use the rhythm and we snap when we say square. Okay, so that's your formula. In step 2, remember, we must now substitute. So instead of h, we are going to have 2x plus 18, and then that is being squared. Instead of the first s, we're going to have x squared. Instead of the second s, we have 2x plus 12 squared. All right, and if you look at that, people, that's now typical algebra. If you calculate your square bracket here, then you will get 4x squared plus 72x plus 324. And on that side, if we calculate the square bracket, we get 4x squared plus 48x plus 144. And remember, we must find x, okay? So you must solve the equation, meaning we're going to take the whole of the left-hand side to the right-hand side. And to now shorten, people, we have, I'm going to do that all in one, okay? We've got x squared plus 4x squared, and then we're going to minus 4x squared, which means it gives me an x squared. Then we've got 72x, which becomes negative 72x on this side. So 48 minus 72 is negative 24x. And lastly, we're going to take the 324 to that side, which also becomes negative, and 144 minus 324 gives me an answer of negative 180. And then on the left hand side, we've got 0 left. Now remember, if you look at what we have, we've got a quadratic equation. And to solve that, we have to now do factorization. Okay, so in this case, people, it's either A1, A2, B1, B2, all right, because this is negative, it is B, and because that one is also negative, it is B1. Okay, how do we do that, people? We get the factors for the first term, and we get the factors for the second term. We cross multiply. This gives me 30, and this gives me 6. My middle term needs to be negative 24, so I'm going to negative 30 plus 6. Transfer. This gives you one bracket, this gives you another bracket. So this becomes x minus 30, and that becomes x plus 6. And each of these is, or either one of these, is equal to 0. So x minus 30 equals 0. Therefore, x equals 30. Or x plus 6 equals 0. Therefore, x equals negative 6. Now, people, a negative answer cannot be the length of a table. So this is impossible. No. Reject that answer. My correct answer is that x equals 30 centimeters. All right. I hope you understand that. If not, maybe just rewind the video and check it once again. It is really just simple Pythagoras, and for the expressions, we are using our basic algebra knowledge.